The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Wednesday, January 24th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Yes, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. We're also brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's US based and available in 40 different states. Head to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. And we're also brought to you by the SGPN merch store. 15% off everything to the end of the month with the promo code playoffs. So check that out, folks. And remember, as always, to let it ride.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Wednesday, January 24th. Oh my fucking God. Who's got the shotgun? Because I would love to blow my fucking brains out. How you doing, folks? My name's Dundee. Some might know that. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
I'm dying in this fucking country ass fucked up town.
I think tide turning. As I remember, I was raised in the desert, but tides kind of it's easy to see a tide turn.
No, and yeah,
Did
I mean
say
it
those
is.
Words?
It is easy to see a tide turn, but I didn't see it. I didn't see it turn yet. Oh boy. I need the X-Files music. Shout out to Jackie. Jackie's right. I need the X-Files music because I'm on a deep one tonight. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Big 12 College Experience, host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Line Mac. How you doing, brother?
I was doing shitty until the basement of the Mountain West bailed my fucking ass out tonight. So shout out to Fresno and Air Force, I guess.
That Fresno game's fixed. I am 100% convinced that's a fake basketball game. I don't always say that. I lost
a joke.
I lost some terrible plays tonight with some bad beats, but I believe those bad beats. I don't buy into this Fresno game. The spread didn't make any sense, and for that to fucking happen when they were getting every bucket possible, anytime they wanted a point for 30 minutes, they could get it. The fuck out of here with that game.
For those,
the fuck out of here. This is where I'm on board with the conspiracy theorists, where I'm like, that game reeks. That game reeks. Everyone should be investigated. They should have fucking Woodward and Bernstein should be in Fresno, fucking California right now, because something is not right about that fucking game.
So for those that are just tuning in, didn't catch the game, Boise State gave up a 21-3 run in the final 7 minutes of this game.
They could get every shot they wanted. I watched the entire fucking game from the first basket until the last. I'm telling you, investigate, start a fucking, get something going. That was a fixed game. That was a fixed fucking game.
Colby, I had a long drive today, and I woke up today. I was like, we're kind of cold as a unit, as a pod, or whatever you want to say. And I was like, I remember Colby throwing fits about his birthday and like the terrible week he had after it last year. So I went back and I tried to find the dates and whatnot. And I swear to you not, I think you were on a cold streak this week last year too.
Really?
I'm not trying to like save my ass because I was out for a week with no Wi-Fi, and I come back.
That's when we were the hottest.
Losing. But I'm like, why? It's not me because I was missing last year. Jeff Sharp saying Noah curse.
Yeah.
I was missing last year out with COVID for a 2-week period, and we were fine. I was like, I don't know what's going on here.
I'm just saying this, man. Look, I lost some horrible beats tonight.
Oh my God.
Oklahoma State.
Brutal.
But I'm okay with that loss because I really believe TCU is better. The Boise game, if you watch that game, I would like to break down that film. I don't feel this way on every fucking time I lose. I feel like this game was fixed tonight. I feel like that game was fucking fixed. Just saying.
Here's the only counter. If Fresno State had not played one possession of 1-3-1 the whole year, then I could see where Boise could be thrown off because a 1-3-1 defense it fucks you up. So but if they had been playing 1-3-1 and Boise wasn't prepared, then that's
how
on Boise.
would Vegas know that they're going to switch to the 1-3-1 at the 7-minute mark or whatever the fuck it was? No way. The line stunk like shit yesterday. It made no fucking sense. They could get any bucket they wanted to the entire fucking game. I'm not buying it. Sling that shit to somebody else because I'm not buying that one. You can convince me on the on the other ones. Like the other ones I lost, like Loyola, which I felt like should have covered, or and I know we're gonna go game by game. I had a bad day again, but I'm saying that one specifically, I think should be investigated. Just saying that. Investigate that shit. All right.
I
Gavin
somehow
Newsom?
ended up 500. A miracle that I ended up 500 because I lost 6 games by 2 or less points. So I can't wait to talk about these games. So unbelievable night. Oh man.
Yeah, the chat is with me. I feel like anyone who knows college basketball, just that game does not make any sense to me. Shout out to Rob Donaldson. They asked you with this cold stretch. That's another thing. I got rid of the Pick Dundee background because my computer was giving me fucking problems. Maybe I got to go back to that.
Backwards hat. That's what we're doing.
All right, let's recap. Currently, Air Force is up 31 at UNLV.
All right, so this is where we bring
this.
Bieniek in. Is this the worst lock of the season so
No,
far?
it's still Miami when Louisville won outright.
Okay.
Just because it is.
Because I think Air Force got UNLV last year, if memory serves me correct.
This is like stunning to me.
This might be worse.
UNLV has had very good performances at home this year that I read off on the show last night, and they come out in the first half and they shoot 23% from the floor.
Unreal.
But they still lost. They still lost to Southern at Thomas and Mack. So don't say they've been so great at home. Southern and Air Force are on the same level.
I said they've had a few very good performances at home. They beat Creighton at home.
Yes.
How is it even possible that they're down 30? Like, I understand upsets happen. How are you down 30 to Air Force? Is my whole thing. Like,
they just
I think this is worse. This is worse because I mean, what was Miami? A 16-point favorite?
No,
yeah,
were
that
21.
was all right. So that's pretty bad. But
yeah,
they were a 12-point favorite, and they're down. They're down 30. They're underperforming the spread by almost.
But this one I don't think is rigged because they've done it before. This one's not rigged. This is honest. There's a rigged one out there. There's a rigged one out there.
They fucking drove the fucking airplanes right into the fucking Vegas fucking city. Said, "Fuck you, we're getting a fucking win here tonight." Oh my god! I took Air Force. That locked Air Force. This is a lock bet a win.
Yeah.
But I'd be lying to you if I was going to say, hey, I'm going to outline this thing plus 10,000 minus 29.5 for Air Force.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't bet this game, thankfully, because I mean, actually, I didn't know what to do here because I don't trust UNLV.
I'm aware. Holy shit.
Anyway, guys, let's recap. We started off with the bang, felt great, double lock, Butler Bulldogs just sticking it to the Hoyas. Dad Mata and the Bulldogs were barking tonight. Shout out to Barry in the chat. Says, got a fire beat for you. Well, hit me up on Twitter at @thecolbyd. And yeah, We'll play your shit, man. Yeah, Butler. This was, I thought when this was dominance, I was just like, I'm gonna have a fire night. I thought that. I was like, I just feel good about tonight. No, not at all. Your thoughts on this one?
Great handicap by us. Ed Cooley, obviously, with the look ahead. And Georgetown had played their asses off the last couple games. Butler, they fucking needed a road win. And they needed to beat up on an inferior opponent, and they did.
So on social media, just scrolling through, I didn't catch any of this game. I saw a picture of Ed Cooley just sitting on the bench during a TV timeout while everybody else from the entire staff was on the floor. And the team on the floor.
He was thinking about Providence.
Yeah, he's thinking about the dunk on Saturday.
Yeah, things were looking great, and then like a minute later, I watched LaSalle crumble like the little bitches they are. Those pieces of shit. Dayton wins their 13th straight fucking game. I mean, dude, they go to Richmond or VCU next? I think it is. They're gonna lose that, right?
Probably not.
How did we not hit this? How did we not cover this?
Bro,
I feel like this was a bad beat.
They're down 3. They were down 3 with like 5 minutes left. Oh God! I mean, just come on, just lose by 9.
Yeah. That was the theme of the night for me.
Nothing like the miss 3, and then you go to pretend foul, and then go, "Ole, you guys cover," and I'm just like, "Fuck you, LaSalle." Oh God! I mean that should have been a sign to come. It was tough.
Yeah. I mean, it was tough out there, especially because the plays I somewhat liked that I didn't bet. Of course they cashed.
Yeah.
Like Akron. I thought Akron was going to drill Ohio. They won by 9. They got it done. I felt all right about this. I could have been talking to a lock last night, but you went with the Bobcats. So then I was like, oh, okay, maybe I won't bet this game. Your thoughts on this one as you lost a lock battle here? Or no, not a lock battle. You just lost a bet here. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Ohio should have covered. It was a 3.4-point game the entire game, and then they fouled and then missed a couple threes at the end, and then they missed a 3 down 9, and then did the Ole run it out. It felt like LaSalle all over again, but in Ohio Akron, place was on fire. That was a good game.
It's a good rivalry.
Those two teams hate each other. I would make that bet again. Again, 7.5.
I liked Akron just because I thought Ohio's down from the past 2 years. So I thought Akron's got other guys, and I was like, they're gonna fucking drill them, just because there's blood in the water a little bit. I don't think this Ohio team's that good. That was my logic, but once again, I didn't feel good enough because you didn't back it. I was like, I don't know about this one. Maybe, it is a rivalry game, so a lot of times you have to throw out the points and just say, take the dog in a rivalry game. So
Ohio has been some of the most painful.
I've been horrible betting on them this year. I've been horrible. I don't think I've won a game. Yeah, I don't think I've won a game with the Bobcats this year.
Yeah, they have. I think they've lost 6 in a row, and they always lose by like 1 possession. It's absolutely brutal, and I keep taking them.
We also locked up the Minutemen of UMass, who had a halftime lead. St. Joe's wins at the buzzer. Had they just missed that and fouled, we would have covered. But no, they make it with 1.5 seconds left or something. UMass inbounds it and they lose on a full court shot. This was an awesome game. I'll be honest. This game was fucking phenomenal. But this was once again, I'm ice cold. You're as cold as ice.
Yep. They're up 13, man.
This was brutal.
We gave it out at 2.5, closed at 3.5. I think 4. Yeah.
That was my theme all night though. How many teams? Cause a lot of these teams had double-digit leads that I lost the games on. I mean, we'll talk about a little bit, but yeah, this is one of those.
I passed that shotgun over here. The 7:00 window. I'm watching West Virginia get their ass beat. I'm watching Frank blow a double-digit lead. I'm watching South Carolina fucking roll, and I'm watching Pitt win. Somebody passed me the fucking shotgun. It was a fucking nightmare night for like my ego and my pride. I can tell you that.
This was. I'd rather lose like I did on Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
Than tonight. Tonight's one was super, super fucking painful. I'm very glad that I didn't bet Duke minus 14.5 because I would have. I thought about it. Duke wins by 14 against Louisville. Unbelievable. If you had the cards, your thoughts on this one?
Louisville plays up to these blue bloods for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. They play well against Duke and Carolina.
Yeah.
So I don't mean to bring this game up again. I apologize to people that don't want to talk about it anymore, but this is a fact. Sam Gambow in the chat. I apologize if I get this wrong. I bet on UNLV tonight. Mac bet on Air Force. Air Force's program's second ever triple double just happened tonight, and this is the guy that did it.
He's got cookies.
You got those cookies.
His name is Ritus Petritus.
Great name.
That's the fella.
Great fucking name. And this guy's he's protected our fucking country. All right. He's out there.
Yes, he is.
All I see is the next fucking Top Gun right now. All right.
He has 18 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists with a minute left to go in the game.
He was thinking about you when you locked up Vegas. He said, fuck that Noah Bieniek prick. I'm going to fucking stick it up his ass.
Thunder snow my ass.
He said, we're from fucking Rocky Mountains out here in Colorado. It's still incredible they won by 30. Wow.
It is. It really is. Look, I'm going to talk more about my losing adventures, but I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy has a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. They got NFL, NBA, NHL, college basketball, and college football. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in. You can win 100 times the amount of money you enter with some of their spicy plays. I felt great about my call on Khalifa for BYU over 8 points. He had 8 at halftime. I don't even know if he scored in the second half. But at least we pushed there. Noah, you got anything for tomorrow's on slate? I know you've been writing these fire articles.
Yeah. So 1 and 2 day on the article yesterday or the article today. I didn't write up the Jamal Shed pick because that line moved, but good thing I didn't write it with the new lower number because when I gave it on the show, it was lower than 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He had 23 of his stat combo against BYU. So that covered by the hook if you got that last night. For today, I'm going to go with Dylan Adewusu from Seton Hall. I'm going to take his lower than 18.5 here against Providence. I just think the Friars can play stingy defense against Seton Hall. Seton Hall will muck it up. I think they come out on top, but also the lower than 18.5. He had a huge game against St. John's, but this is 4-1 in his last 5 games. And it is 7-2 in his last 9. So strong trends here. I think it's a nice matchup for the lower here. So I'm going to go with lower than 18.5 on the stat combo, points, rebounds, and assists for Dylan Adewusu on Seton Hall.
There we go, folks. Get on over there. Underdog Fantasy offers stuff that you really can't find elsewhere. So do that. And when you sign up with the promo code TCESGPN. Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. Once again, that's Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. All right, we're back talking more misery. Didn't bet this game, but I did pick it incorrectly. Syracuse was beating Florida State at halftime. They lose by 16 though at that filthy Carrier Dome.
What happened here? I saw this final. I was like, what the fuck happened? I just saw some Florida State fan fucking celebrating in the stands when I turned it over.
All I know is it was like NBA Jam. Watching the highlights, I didn't have that on. You know, my wife's due any day now, so I'm not at the studio with the 11 TV setup. So I pretty much have like a 5 TV setup. And that wasn't one of the games I had on, but they were the highlights. I felt like there was like 30 alley oops. It was like fucking NBA Jam. Good win. Now let's talk about Florida State for a second, because I know me and NC Nick had wished Leonard Hamilton a great retirement a few weeks back. Speaking of my ice cold picks, it started when I was like, oh, this guy's cooked. Florida State has since, I think they're like 6-1 since then. They're 12-7 now. I mean, are they going to go dancing this year?
They got some good wins. I mean, especially recently in the ACC. I mean, their
UNLV win looks a little worse.
Yeah, but, I mean, actually, they don't have the best wins. I thought they had some better wins.
They beat Colorado. That was a good win.
They did. I mean, Wake is probably their best win in conference. Saturday, is there a chance?
Well,
Miami.
Carolina. I mean, Miami could be another.
Carolina at home.
Yeah.
The problem is Miami sucks now too.
True, but at least if they're both on the bubble at the end of the day, they'll have that if they could sweep them specifically. But either way, he's been playing a lot better.
Yeah,
I feel like losing, they would have lost this game a year ago. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I hope they go back to it. I like Leonard, and it's good to see him.
It'd be a nice ride-off tour. I don't think he should. And then we can talk. You want a lock battle win here with the Texas Longhorns drilling Oklahoma. You know what? I really was a huge Max Asmus fan watching this game tonight. I forced my wife to watch this game with me. One of the things we do. She's just, obviously just sitting there watching fucking every movie ever. And I was like, no, let's watch this game.
Max Asmus.
Yeah, and I broke down. I was like, this guy was awesome. He was like my most favorite player, and now I hate him because he went to Texas. But he's so nasty. I mean, their whole team is really good. From a talent perspective, you might be able to argue that they're the most talented team in college basketball.
Texas?
Yeah, you could maybe argue that, like, from a roster standpoint.
They have some guys. I mean, they're trying to figure out how to fit it, and I question if Rodney Terry's the guy that can maximize their potential. But as soon as I saw they were a dog, they always win at Oklahoma. For some reason, the dog always wins in this game. So I'm like, give me Texas, man. Nobody's going to pick them again. Now, when everybody pats them on the back and tells them how fucking good they are, I'll fade Texas, which potentially could be next game.
Yeah. Shout out to GBO Farms, gave us $20. Says Mac Buffalo sucks. Stop being a Mac hipster. Boise also sucks. Patty C for president. Colby, you should name your son Peyton Manning Dant. GBO is always great, man. Always great. Shout out to GBO Farms. Appreciate you. And yes, Nick cracking up. It's like, you watching 3 Men and a Baby? Here's the thing about my wife, and I don't know what's better. My wife loves horror flicks. There's times where I prefer 3 Men and a Baby probably over some of the horror flicks we watch, but and it's a trip because like her dad does too. So like they just watch like any fucking terrible horror flick on the out there in the universe. I'll come home and it's like just someone chainsawing someone's fucking face. You know what I mean? So most of the time I have to watch. And I feel like horror flicks are they miss like 99% of the time. So yeah, Boise Fresno was a true horror flick tonight. Shout out to Avetta. Texas, is Texas gonna win the Big 12, Mac?
Fuck no. Don't sprinkle that. You know how this goes. They get up for the big games. They beat Baylor. They beat Oklahoma. They're going to Provo on Saturday, and they're going to fucking get blown the fuck out. I mean, this is Texas in a nutshell.
Yeah, and Brian Sanchez is right, by the way. 3 Men and a Baby is haunted. I know what he's talking about. This
is the same Texas that just lost to West Virginia and UCF.
That's true. Who the fuck's going to win this? I'm telling you, I think Kansas is not as good as normal, though. I don't think they're as good as normal, so I think it's anyone's.
As long as Bill Self is there, I will take Kansas. Who's this fucking jackass in the chat?
Which one?
That guy. Oh, here we go.
It's true. I don't know how Vegas works because it's really fucking hot. You know what I mean? I've always been perplexed. I've been to the Hoover Dam. The water levels are way fucking lower than it was 30 years ago. But yeah,
Good job, Gene.
Yeah. Well, you should be rich then because you should just fade us every time.
Yeah.
But clearly you're not. You're a fucking dumbass. All right. So get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Go suck on your mom's tit, you fucking clown.
It's great. But anyway, Texas. Yeah, I was impressed today. We did hit this one though. The Cornhuskers of Nebraska.
Boom. Let's go. We don't know how it works, apparently.
We got this one done. We got this. Yeah. This one felt good. Felt good here. How about these Cornhuskers, by the way? They're dancing this year, right?
Yeah.
I know it's early. 15-5 right now. 15-5. But that would be an epic collapse. I feel like, what they get what, Maryland next, Wisconsin, then they get Wisconsin in Lincoln. They get Michigan and Lincoln in a week. We'll talk about Noah Bieniek's Wolverines. I don't know, man. It's a fun team. Your thoughts?
Yeah, man. If Tamanaga gets to fucking March, he's instantly going to become a fan favorite. No, all of a sudden every snorkeler is going to love Tamanaga. So I really do hope that they get there. They had a shit non-conference schedule. Their best win, I think, was at K-State. But other than that, man, they're taking care. As long as they take care of business at home, they should go dancing. So I love the Cornhuskers. I love Tamanaga, Lynn Sanity, Tamanaga Sanity, the mayor. Let's go. I'm all for it. Let's go to Nebraska.
What's up, Noah?
Michigan on the road in Lincoln. Chalk that one up as a W.
That's all he brought
for Nebraska. I hope you say.
Correct.
That
for Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that would be like a game Nebraska would drop.
Yeah.
Because Nebraska, yeah.
And honestly, how does Vegas work? I'm still the water levels are really fucking low in the Hoover Dam. They just keep building fucking hotels. I don't, call me a jackass because I'll gladly own it, but there's a lot of electricity. I don't understand it. It's a fucking desert. I know we got solar shit now, right? We got solar shit.
Yeah.
Is that the answer? Colby, we got solar. How's this thing working, Noah?
Gene had 10,000 on UNLV's money line tonight, so that's why he doesn't know how Vegas works either. 10,000 to win $10.
Right, Noah,
Ryan Hasty is go ahead.
No, how does Vegas work? Because I'm confused. If you have they've only gotten bigger with hotels. If that was an issue before, and the water level from the Colorado River has gone way the fuck down. So I'm just perplexed on this fucking thing and how it's working.
I guess it works because everything's just on one street.
But not anymore. I feel like it's gotten bigger. They keep growing.
It has. I don't know. I was trying to be a little funny, but at the same time, it wasn't funny. Ryan Hasty has a nice question here.
Stick to Thunder Snow. All right.
Ryan Hasty has a nice question. He goes, he says, love that Nebraska is a basketball school now. Are they are they a basketball school now? So
they're a volleyball school first, maybe. I don't know. It's close. It's definitely not football.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basketball school, Nebraska. It sounds like it has a nice ring to it,
I do want. I've always wanted someone to explain to me Las Vegas, though, to see how it works. I'm not being a jackass. I truly want to know how Vegas works.
Hey, and shout out to Jeff Sharp, who's always an entertaining comment in the YouTube interwebs. How about Mass tonight? He went for 35. Where the fuck did that come from? Where'd that white guy go?
And 10 or 12 boards, I feel like.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's what?
It was efficient shooting too. I saw it, but 13 of 17 Sharp is saying. So
Holy Toledo.
Yeah. And anyone that wants to break down how Vegas works.
Well I don't get
every time I fly in, which is often, I look out the window and I go, how the fuck's this thing? How's it happening? I don't understand how it's happening. Someone break it down for me. I want to see. I've done the YouTube videos of the history of Las Vegas. Fascinated by the city. I don't understand it.
Gene Steratore over there is fucking. He's breaking it down. He's got all the answers.
These clowns have 5 bets on 20 teams and can't hit one of them to save their lives.
$5 bets on 20.
Oh, okay. Why would I? Okay. This bums are picking games without a clue how Vegas works. No, I love this because I don't know how Vegas works. You're right. Yes. You are right. I do not know how Las Vegas works.
We lost last week's Mason Swindler. This week we get a Gene Carnero. They keep coming, right?
Get over to cut.com and I'll battle you right now, jackass.
I'm not I don't know how Vegas works. I don't know if you know this. I live in an apartment in actually it's a duplex. So I used to live in an apartment, so maybe I do know how Vegas works. But yeah, I would love to know. We did hit on this one too. Vegas. We knew how Vegas worked on this one. Minnesota plus the points as they get it done. They lose the game, of course, because that's what Minnesota does in big games ever since Sam Jacobson. Shout out to Wisconsin, man. Wisconsin keeps finding ways to get wins, even though they're not that good, I don't believe. But your thoughts on this one?
Staples keep winning, man, and that's what good teams do. What are they in the Big Ten now? Something and one. I know they got Sparty.
Yeah, wait, their only loss was Penn State, right?
Yeah, 7-1. Penn State Sparty on deck. Then they go to Nebraska. Then they get Purdue.
Yes.
Moneyline Max.
I don't know how Vegas works. I don't know if you guys knew this one.
That was my favorite, Moneyline Max. Max unit.
I don't, but we don't live in Las Vegas, so we definitely don't know how Vegas works. The mob used to run it, right? They would just kill people, right? I think I saw a few movies on that. Yeah, and UNLV does need to fire Kruger. That's how Vegas needs to work. They need to fire. What? I always say Kevin Kruger. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but we did have a lock battle where I bounced back after losing my first one. You're foolish. You got a little foolish in your Maction plays.
Dundee winning
Dundee winning a Maction lock battle. Ball State 87, Buffalo 59. Get this Buffalo bullshit out of here. The Blue Bulls. They're terrible, dude. I can't believe you. I could not believe you bet this one last night.
I bet them almost every other game. They're undervalued, but
Ball State is undervalued. Ball State is undervalued.
I know, and I highlighted. I was like, you know what? Everybody's starting to catch on to Ball State. This is when they slip up. But obviously, a terrible play by me. The Blue Bulls and Siena, they're hard to read. I keep riding those upstate New York teams, just like the fucking Buffalo Bills, and how'd that fucking work out for me? Thanks, Mom.
The case of blue balls is always hard to read. All right, hard to understand, hard to comprehend. Yeah. You did hit on this one though. This was I don't think you bet. Did you bet this? You might have. Kent State 90, Bowling Green 84 in overtime. A Maction classic. Your thoughts on? I was on Bowling. I mean, I didn't bet this, but I was on Bowling Green. This game was a fun watch. I actually caught a decent chunk of this.
Yeah, desperate spot. Kent State, like you said, better than the record. They dominated this game, but Bowling Green, you got to give them credit. They battled back. I still like Bowling Green too. I just like the spot for Kent State here tonight.
Yeah. Bowling Green is good. I mean, that was a good game. That was. I actually think, other than Akron, are those the two best teams in the MAC?
Toledo. We'll talk about Toledo here.
Yeah,
they're always good.
Yeah, I mean, they're right in there. I think Bowling Green's in that mix. Kentucky 62, South Carolina 79. I took South Carolina. I thought, I understand Max. Mac is mad at South Carolina. They fired one of his boys, and I understand that. I would be the same way. So I'm going to ask the audience to ignore his fade of South Carolina all year. I like Lamont Paris. I think he can coach. I think this team had a much smarter approach than the year before when they just got G.D. Jackson and said, hey, let's figure this out. I thought they went out and got veterans from mid-majors that are proven. And I think that showed up today. And I also think Kentucky on the road, I can't trust them with a young team like this. Fire away, Mac.
So time out. My boy is Frank Martin. So Frank Martin took him to the Final Four.
I understand. He shouldn't have been fired. He should. I agree with you.
He's the only guy that's won an NCAA tournament game since 1973, and they ran him out of town. So yes, I don't like South Carolina.
I agree. He shouldn't have never been fired.
Now,
but that's not Lamont Paris's problem.
I don't mind Lamont Paris. Now I've been hearing it all day because I got a bunch of South Carolina fans. Obviously, I spent a year of my life there, and they're fucking killing me tonight. I am going to apologize to everybody. And this wasn't even about South Carolina. I'm so fucked up about North Carolina continuing to cover game after game after game. And I'm like, you know what? I think Kentucky's going to be the next North Carolina. And I tried to get cute. And I did something that I never do. I don't think I've ever done this. I took a chalk road favorite top 10 team at a hostile environment. And you know what? I will never do that again. I'm going to put my glass up. I will never take a top 10 team on the road ever again in conference play. Even if I think it's going to happen, I will not lock it. So that's my apology to the audience. Terrible play. Terrible play.
Shout out to Tommy B who gave us $20. This is how Vegas works. People need to take your insights and cap on their road and choose their plays. Some lazy asses want you to do all the work for them. Yes, exactly. Appreciate it. Tommy B knows what he knows a thing or two about this world.
Can I also rant about something else? Kentucky fans, stop fucking tweeting at me with your fucking team. You guys are fucking so overrated right now.
I got tweeted at yesterday.
God.
Yesterday, before we did the show, saying you ready to take Big Blue, and this starts our national championship run. I appreciate the passion because that's what the sport's all about.
Yes.
But at the same time, win some fucking road games. All right. Win some fucking road games because look at this right now. South Carolina, by the way, 16-3 right now. 16-3. They got Mizzou coming into Columbia. Are they going to be 17-3 heading into GBO Farms, Knoxville, Tennessee on January 30th? They're gonna get fucked up.
That's a trap spot in the Mizzou game.
I agree. They barely got by. They barely got by Mizzou.
Yeah.
In Columbia.
And a lot of people in South Carolina are saying we're going to fuck up Mizzou and then we're going to go beat Tennessee. So I'm like, well, I think we should take Mizzou on Saturday.
Hear me out on this. Hear me out on this, though. What did I say? They are 16-3. They'll be favored against Mizzou, right? We agree there?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, let's say they lose at Tennessee because Tennessee will be favored. So you're talking 17-4. And their next 3 games are Georgia, home. So at Georgia, home to Ole Miss, home to Vandy. They could be 20-4 heading into the jungle on February 4th on Valentine's Day.
They're probably going to go to the tournament,
dude. That's insane.
The game I had in my mind tonight was what was it? North Carolina and Clemson. It's staying in the state. It was a blue blood versus a team that had overachieved. Because South Carolina's overachieved, but I mean, like I said, never again will I take a top 10 team on the road laying points because that's against everything that we do here. And I preach take the points in the top 10 games, and I went against it. And I deserve to lose that game. I deserve it. I went against my own.
Where are you at with John Calipari at Kentucky? By the way,
he can't. He's way overrated. How many fucking NBA guys has he had?
Yeah, I mean that's a shit ton. He goes and gets those one and dones.
I mean, they get the new 7-2 guy, and everybody's crowning him the next freaking Porzingis. I mean, they're like, "Oh, this guy! Look at this weapon. He was terrible tonight."
Yeah, he was. And South Carolina, what a fucking win for that program. And they stormed the court, of course, as they should. We had a big debate on that on the SGP show.
Yeah, I agree.
You got to storm the court in that one. Action plays. Let's talk. Noah Bieniek should come back on for this one because. Central Michigan drilled Miami, Ohio. We should have bet this. I felt like we should have bet this. Travis Lexington Steele can't coach. Central Michigan's red hot right now. And then Western Michigan, Waldo's liquor pitchers were flowing because all of us, dude, let's have a conversation. What is Western Michigan's record within the MAC right now?
5-2, I want to say.
I mean, I know they beat up on the shittier teams. But this is not like Western Michigan to do that.
Yeah,
this is fun.
I'm glad I didn't bet Eastern. I mean, it was
Jay
a spot
Wolf.
Jay
Wolf says, I've been telling you they're good. See, I'm doomed, Jay Wolf, because I didn't just earn my skepticism for. I didn't wake up one morning being a skeptic of Western Michigan. I earned it because I took them to beat St. Thomas on a standalone game back on what the fuck day was this?
This is a random Friday. It was in December. We locked battle.
This was December 1st. December 1st. They were down 41-14 at home at halftime. So they earned me being a skeptic as far as I'm concerned. You could 41-14. What in the fuck was that? Shout out to Western. So Noah, where are we at with the Michigan rankings? I know we got to talk Wolverines here in a minute, but I'm curious where Central, where Western, where Eastern reside. Sparty, I think, is a clear-cut number 1. Is Oakland number 2?
Yeah, Michigan State's 1, Oakland's 2. That hasn't changed for like the last 3 weeks or so. I'm ready to announce that home Michigan is 3. When Michigan's at home, they're 3. Then it's Western Michigan, Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan, Road Michigan. When they're on the road, they're 6. And then Detroit.
No, Detroit's better than Road Michigan.
I think they might be. I think they might be.
We need to schedule that.
I mean, we can't get the ball past fucking half court.
Yeah, let's just
yeah.
talk about that.
Tonight.
Let's talk about that right now. So, Michigan, Purdue like 17. I laid it with Purdue. Noah, you actually faded your own team.
Yeah, I
and it
laid it
hit.
with Purdue too.
We didn't bet this game. We should have, because this was, what was the final on that?
I ended
22
up-
point win.
I ended up betting
32 point win. Was it? What was that final?
Yeah.
It was 32, but
Yeah.
the backups were in for Purdue with about 4 minutes to go.
Mm,
They were up.
mm.
They were up like 38, and
This
Painter
was-
put in the bench.
This was Noah's real team versus his fantasy team. He loves Purdue. He loves them.
my fandom
Send me
versus
videos
my
of Purdue
future.
during the game.
Which is hilarious because he has PTSD. You would think, like, after, like, to me, when I get fucked over like Noah did last year in the NCAA tournament.
No, I didn't get fucked over by Purdue. I jumped off when I saw that. I actually saw Memphis was their next game.
Buddy, we were having cocktails till fucking 6 a.m.
I was
And I'm
complaining
trying to
because I
enjoy.
loved
I'm
that
trying
team
to
in
enjoy the
in
fucking night,
season.
and all I hear is like you tap me on the shoulders, like fucking Matt Painter needs to be fired, and I'm like, yeah, let me play craps, craps, right? Yeah, like Matt
I was
Painter.
instigating.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I'm like, Matt Painter, he's not the guy there. I don't know what to tell you.
So
He
Mac,
didn't know his game.
Mac and I were giving each other shit that Friday night because
No-
Iowa
Noah
State
was
had
talking
beat the
about-
shit out of, or Pitt beat the shit out of Iowa State. So I was poking him about that. And then he
Noah was
poking me about
talking.
third day.
Noah was talking about Matt Painter the same way. Like you find out, like your relationship of 20 years breaks up. You know what
So,
I mean? Like
I
you
was-
hired a PI and he finally gets back. He's like, these are the photos I found of it. And you know what I mean? And he's just like, that bitch. You believe that? That is like that fresh. Yeah.
If you want the honest, like what happened, I was as mad at Matt Painter the night of the Fair Dick game as I still hold grudge against Tobin. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, and then
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch Purdue with you in a couple months here.
Let me tell you.
I
as-
texted Mac and I was like, Purdue is really, really good again this year. it was just a video. Like I know Michigan can't play defense, but Purdue literally passed the ball around the merry-go-round and then found a wide open 3. Just they passed it for about 15 seconds. Boom, nothing but net. I'm like, this team is so fucking good again. I can't wait till they figure out a new way to blow it.
I like to consider myself somewhat of a happy drunk. Yeah, I can get angry with gambling, but I'm saying like I'm a pretty happy drunk going around Vegas, and there was just this like cloud of negative energy following me from
Okay.
casino to casino, and it was just all about Matt Painter and Tobin Anderson. It was like both right there.
And Pitt.
Yeah.
Pitt. Don't let him get out of this. Because
You know what? I did something about it. I bet the fucking house on Xavier and they beat fucking Pitt by 20. So at least I ended somewhat happy. fucking
All right, those
it
are
only
Michigan.
took you 2 losses while we were out there to then get a win.
I
to
just
finish
kept chasing my
1-2.
losses. I said, no, this can't happen. It can't actually go to Sweet 16.
Well, let's talk about that because it can happen in college basketball tonight. Because I lost $100 and I think you did.
Dude.
Pitt 72, Georgia Tech 64. Jeff Capel and Pitt all of a sudden 12-7 with the win in Cameron Indoor with who did they beat? They beat Dub V. They beat Oregon State. Are we talking about a Pitt Panther team that could make a run to the dance, guys?
No. They got too many bad losses.
What's that? What's their worst loss?
I'm looking right now.
They got 7 losses in the ACC. The ACC is fucking awful again.
But their losses are like
They
what?
get swept by
Florida.
Syracuse.
So here, Florida.
They don't
the
have
Mizzou
7.
loss
They
is
have
bad.
5.
Florida,
Syracuse is
Mizzou.
a tournament team right now. Actually, the Florida State loss today might hurt them, but
The Mizzou loss is their worst loss.
Yeah, they lost to Mizzou at home. They haven't won a
That's
game
their
in the
worst
SEC.
Still, but at Cameron will get you places.
That's a good win. Yeah.
They don't have a blemish on the record. Like if they have a solid record if they can get to 20 wins, I think they're probably a tournament team. Based on the committee allowing NC State in last year, just by the power conference tag they have, they'll get in.
Nice win for the Pitt Panthers. Cornell did just absolutely shit on Wells Fargo, 105-49. Let's talk about this one because I picked this correctly. Didn't bet this game, but I do believe. Did you guys have a lock battle with this one, Noah? Charlotte 76, UAB 70.
Yes.
Yeah, I won't complain anymore about UNLV or Boise State.
Yes.
Max, do you want to take it from here?
Yes, fucking UAB was up 20, and they led the entire game, and they somehow do not even cover this 5.5. Absolutely brutal, man. They foul with like 2 seconds left. So yeah, this was my night in the summary. Whew.
Oh yeah, I mean I think my night was worse than yours, but I didn't touch this game. Thank God I didn't touch this. I actually took Charlotte. I switched it early on. I was on UAB before we did the show last night, and I switched over to Charlotte. But I did hit this one here. The Duquesne Dukes were due 54-50, a little rock fight in Pittsburgh against the Bonnies. At this point, I think I'm having a pretty good night, and then boom. After this is where shit really gets ruined. Yes. Your thoughts on the Dukes getting past the Bonnies in a rock fight there?
I thought we were going to blow this one too, just like last week against Richmond. I said, "Oh my God, here we go again." It was the right side the entire time. Yeah, brutal, man.
So this is where my night really starts to fuck up.
How'd that guy get back?
You know, Loyola Chicago had a 3-point lead at halftime, and if they could just make a couple free throws, I feel like down the stretch, or just execute a tiny bit better. VCU 74, Loyola 67. They don't foul. They don't. This was so frustrating to me. It's like Loyola turns the ball over. There's 30 seconds left. It's still the 7-point game. 30 seconds left. You got to foul. College basketball, people miss free throws all the fucking time. You got to foul. They don't. They let VCU dribbles it out. Get the fuck out of here. I can't believe I lost this game. This game should have hit. This is the story of my last 3 days. Being 41 years old is fucking absolute horseshit. Let me tell you about being 41. All right. It's absolute horseshit. All I do is build shit for a son that hasn't arrived yet, and I lose fucking bets. You know what I mean? I just lose money. His college money. His fucking college money. Well, I'm not gonna. Who am I kidding? I'm not gonna pay for his college, but I'll be in Bora Bora. But you know what I mean. Student loan, motherfucker. Student loan. What do you do? What'd you make of this one, man?
Yeah, I mean, for you, I fell for you. You were on the right side of this. Like you said, they controlled the game. It was a good game. I mean, it was back and forth. VCU keeps finding ways to win all of a sudden. I think they found something recently.
Yeah. I mean, they did. But Loyola should have covered this. That was the right side. It's a very frustrating bet. And then we do have the elephant in the room for you, buddy. I bet this as well. West Virginia +8. Yeah. I thought the line was a little too much.
We got fucked up.
UCF 72, Dub V 59. Your thoughts? I mean, they still almost covered, but
yeah, everything that could go wrong tonight did go wrong. We were awful. You know, I get a kick out of the chat. Be like, I can't take West Virginia ever again. Like, they did not just hit on a +500 money line. Literally the last game against Kansas. I'm sorry, all you guys were out on them for that game, and you weren't there for Texas. Yeah, I mean they're not obviously not the same team on the road. But yeah, it sucked. Tonight sucked.
Yeah, I appreciate this comment. Instead of commenting how bad you suck at betting, just go punch a wall. No. I appreciate the comment, but headbutt a wall. You ever run your head through a fucking wall? Great feeling.
Yeah.
that's the way tonight felt. So Dub V, I mean, what's their road record now, man?
0-3, 0-4, 0-4. They have won a road
I feel like
game
they
yet.
had to get this one.
Yeah, no, they should have been better. I mean, they're at Oklahoma State on Saturday. I'm not really sure if I like that spot, to be honest.
Yeah,
Which means they'll win.
yeah.
I'll talk myself into it. Give me 3 days.
We're gonna talk about Oklahoma State in a second because
Yeah, they were brutal.
I am calling for a few firings. Toledo's won 89-73. Northern Illinois is fucking. What happened to Northern Illinois?
They're terrible. They can't win a game. I'm glad I bet Toledo. I'm so glad I hopped on that.
By the way, Dan Savage, his nephew, the Toledo commenter we had the other week, saying he was the nephew of the guy named it's like Ron Savage or Rod Savage Arena. The nephew tweeted out that Toledo would win by 16, and they won by 16. He tagged me in it.
So I'm talking. This is what I'm talking about with this fucking shit, man. You know what I mean? Play my X-Files music. I'm joking, but yeah, unbelievable. Toledo, nice win for them. So I was trying to chase the dragon. If we're doing Circle of Trust here, my night got even shit. It got shittier than what you guys know. I chased the dragon with Northern Iowa. Nope.
Yeah, I'm glad to stay away. I thought about it too.
Yeah, ate shit there, and then Illinois State drilled Belmont. Did you lock this?
I did. Illinois. This is a good win for me. This is the right side of the entire game.
Nice fucking call. Michael Crichton Xavier was. This is the type of night where you just start laughing.
Take a drink, everybody.
Yeah, you're just like, man, they're Shireman missing free throws.
And Ashworth, the two white guys.
I know. Shireman's like a 95% free throw shooter. I feel like over his career.
I thought it was Ashworth that was the 90.
Yeah, it might be.
Both
right.
were.
Yeah.
They both are. I mean, they're both white guys. They're both staples. They should make their free throws.
Shireman on the season is 85.7%, and Ashworth is 91.4.
I'm telling you, folks. I'm telling you, man. Yeah. I like Gene in the chat. He goes, Dan Rants here trying to get a pick to save his life, charging you for picks.
Dude, he's commented the same thing in like 3 times in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, who's charged for picks? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I like getting called Dan. Dan.
How you doing, Dan?
Dan Rants.
No, there's a Dan Rants in the chat.
Oh, okay.
There is? Oh.
No one's charging for picks though.
No.
Gene, all right. Mean Gene, no one's charging for picks. Unbelievable loss. I don't mind losing some, like the West Virginia loss. I don't mind losing that one. The losses I mind losing are Michael Crichton, LaSalle, Loyola, and let's just get to my favorite play of the night. Oklahoma State had a 17-point lead.
I was on this with you too, man.
So I'm getting 4.5 points. They're up 17. So I'm up by 21.5 points. And of course, at that point, TCU then overcomes a 21.5 point deficit to essentially from that point win by 22. So TCU wins by 5. This is one where you're just like, how's this possible? How's this fucking? And the refs were horrible, but at least they were horrible both ways. I'm not even saying like Oklahoma State. What the fuck's going on? Let's talk about this actually. This is what I mean. I am a Mike Boynton fan. I thought the NCAA coming for him was ridiculous.
Yeah.
There was no one at this game. Oklahoma State's only 8-10. Why? I have vivid memories of Oklahoma State being very good in college basketball for a long period of time. what the fuck has happened to this program? This is a home game against a ranked or, a very good TCU team. What has happened to this program? They got to fire him. As much as I like Earl Boynton, and if I'm DePaul, I'm calling Earl Boynton. He needs to be fired because what am I talking about? And Earl Boykins is who I was saying.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Anyway, Mike Boynton. I think you got to pull the plug on him because there's no energy in the fucking building. There's fucking 20 people there. Look like one of my comedy shows.
Yeah, it's sad, man. I mean, like you said, I like Mike Boynton too, but it's time for a change. Unfortunately, they're 0-6 in Big 12 play. It's not getting any better, and there's nobody there. That nobody's buying into.
That's what I'm saying. That you got to get rid of him. I'm just like, this is a proud to me when I think of Oklahoma State, 2 Final Fours in my lifetime.
You think of the Eddie Sutton days.
Yeah, man. Like what the fuck happened to this? Like that used to be a tough place to go and to win. I'm watching the game I watched that whole game, and I'm like sitting there like I would love to know the number on how many people were there tonight because there was more empty seats than there were, seats filled. It's sad. It's very sad.
It is. I think you're right though, just because the next year is like the turning of a new page for the Big 12. You lose Texas, Oklahoma. You add the 4 from the Pac-12. Granted, basketball is still very loaded, but Oklahoma State as an athletic program probably runs the Big 12 now. They lead the entire NCAA and national championships throughout all of athletics. I would think that. Yeah, I believe that's the stat. I would believe that the fan base would be a little bit more passionate than this. So I don't know how you come back from it and get that building filled up again without making a change.
I'm trying to think who is a good name there. Because you're thinking of a Texas person and
but I think Mike Boynton's a good coach though. I don't think I know I'm saying they should pull the plug on him, but he got dealt a shitty fucking hand. Yeah, they would have made the tournament that one year. I think he could. If DePaul called him, I could see that working out. I could see or another job, maybe an A-10 job or something working out. But I think they got to do something, man. No one was at the fucking game. You're not. When you're 8-10, you almost won at Kansas State the other night. You got the Big 12 teams coming into your house every night, or a decent amount of times for the season. You should have a good turnout like that. You're in fucking Oklahoma. I spent a lot of time in Oklahoma. Don't act like there's a lot of fucking things to do in Oklahoma. That should be packed no matter what.
The Thunder have hurt the attendance at them and Oklahoma.
They're still in Oklahoma, dude. Stillwater and Oklahoma City is far away from one another.
I'm going to correct the statement that I just had. Outside of the state of California, they lead the country in national titles. They have 52. Stanford, UCLA, and USC all have more than Oklahoma State. But
I have been.
Will Wade would be good there.
He would. He would be great there.
He wouldn't have to change nicknames for his mascot either. He can still be the Cowboys, the Pokes, and still be his mantra.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about this because I think you're thinking of Oklahoma. Norman is like 20 minutes from Oklahoma City. Stillwater is a couple hours away from Oklahoma City.
No,
so I can't. Stillwater?
No. Oklahoma City's in between the two. They're both 45, 35 minutes away.
I thought Stillwater was further away.
No, it's close.
I'm telling you. I mean, I thought it was at least an hour or two. At least an hour or two, right?
No, it's like 45 minutes.
No, pull up the MapQuest, whatever the fuck, whatever maps, Google Maps. You know what I mean? My mom's talking MapQuest, getting me fucking saying MapQuest. Yeah, Stillwater's further away. Like Stillwater's, I'm telling you, I went to an OK State football game. That one took, I swear, because we were staying in Oklahoma City. I was staying in Oklahoma City for like 2 weeks, and I could have swore it was. That's still shorter than I thought, but yeah. All right, I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, there we go. Hour 7 minutes, but Norman is like fucking 10 minutes away from Oklahoma City. Norman's close. Yeah. And this episode is brought to you by MapQuest. You ever lost out in the world? and you're on a quest to find out where the fuck you're going. All right, I'm on a quest to find out how I can win some college basketball bets. All right, and that's why I recommend MapQuest. It'll find where the fuck you're going. Just get on over to MapQuest and experience a quest unlike any other. Cut. Yes, we're also brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's US based and available in 40 different states. P2P social betting is a new and better way to bet. Bet directly against your friends or other users on sports, politics, pop culture, and other events with verifiable outcomes and tons of fun social features that will give it a feel of kind of like a betting social network. Cut offers lower vig and fully customizable odds. You can create your own bets. How great is that? Cut handles the payment side of things, so you never have to chase anyone down in the streets. And social features include group chats, betting leaderboards, head-to-head history, user profiles, fan groups, and much, much more. Head to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. And use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines there. Research every NFL, NBA, and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching. Start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. We're also brought to you by the SGPN merch store. 15% off everything in the store from now to the end of the month with the promo code playoffs. And we're competing against other shows. So look, I mean, I know we've lost you a lot of money recently, but why not lose a little more? Buy a college basketball experience t-shirt or a Pick Dundee t-shirt or an Eat Shit Pit, something like that. Because we're competing against the others. You know, we want to beat them. So hop on over there. 15% off everything. SGPN merch store. Promo code playoffs. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
Colby, did our guy that won the review hit you up yesterday?
I don't think so.
Ooh,
maybe he did. I don't think he did. Hit me up.
Yeah.
I don't think he did. A few people messaged me, but it was no. I got to get back to him. I've been occupied a little bit. My apologies. I have to send the song at the end of the show to a few loyal listeners. I just haven't had a minute. I've been building shit. All I'm doing is building shit over here. I never built so much shit. I should be wearing fucking flannel because I feel like fucking Al Borland over here, just building shit nonstop. All right. Oklahoma. I mean, what a win for TCU, dude. What a win.
They needed that. They had lost 2 in a row. So I mean, that's a win that just doesn't give you a bad loss. So shout out to TCU. Get one back after dropping a home game.
Yeah. GBO Farm says, how much shit do you need for a baby? I mean, I'm building things I didn't know fucking existed. Like shit that you just never knew existed. You know, I don't know what I wish I could talk more intelligently about these things, but you know, obviously you got a crib upstairs, you got a crib downstairs, you got to build that thing. That's not that hard.
Dressers.
I struggle with the other shit. I'll be honest. I struggle with like the fucking contraptions. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? What am I building here with all these fucking things, jingles? You know what I mean? All this other stuff. That's what I struggle with. Steve Lavin didn't struggle at all today when they went to take on the Portland Pilots. They won 85-81. I'm surprised how bad Portland is this year. Nice win for Steve Lavin. He's been on the show before, so we like to congratulate that. We don't need to talk anymore, but we can talk about this. Mizzou covered. A&M wins. We should have bet this game. Why did we not fucking bet this game? We should have bet this game. I felt really good about this game.
We're scared of the buzz. We were scared of the buzzsaw. Like you said, we should have bet it. Kind of kicking myself as well. So, yeah. Mizzou, South Carolina. Circle that one on Saturday.
Yeah. James Green says, the fuck are you talking about? How much shit you need for a baby, you dumb motherfucker. If you don't know what you need to take care of the baby, what the fuck you having one for? What? What's this? I mean, I I could be much more mean tonight, but you caught me in a good mood. Caught me in a very relaxing mood, despite my losses.
Evan Natalie asks a funny question here. Over under on the amount of times Dundee jams his finger in a baby locked drawer after a night like tonight.
I gotta figure that one out. But you're catching me in a good mood. I don't feel like fucking belittling you. All right. I'm kind of zen. I'm having a child. But
Dave Marino says that Sean Green's burner account.
Yeah. I was like, what? I don't even know how to respond to that. I didn't know what. Am I supposed to know what the fuck we're building? I don't know. I'm fucking tired. All right. I don't feel like fucking talking shit to you. I love to talk shit. Please come back tomorrow and talk shit. I'll feel a little bit better about talking shit. Houston 75, BYU 68. I lost $100 there. Yeah,
bro. This was brutal. I mean, the best 3-point shooter in the country for BYU has a wide open three. He's fucking wide open and he misses it. Nell. And then he fouls out, and they just completely collapse. Obviously, Houston's really good, but man, I felt like BYU should have won this game at the end. They folded. They shoot too many fucking threes. The more and more I watch them, I mean, they shoot like 50 threes a game. It feels like.
Are they 1-2 in Provo?
Yeah, against Houston and Cincinnati
in the Big 12. I mean, in the Big 12.
Yep.
I didn't expect that. I mean, I know the Big 12 is really good, but I kind of thought Provo would be where they would have success.
Yeah, I agree with you guys there. So that number 5 ranking on KenPom, how are we looking now?
Oh, it was fraudulent from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
What is this piece of shit saying now?
But you
scroll back up.
You get a guy that's literally shooting 49% from 3 wide open to take the lead with 1 minute, and he misses. It says, "Oh my God."
Eyewitness News today to fuck you as a man. How much shit you need for a baby dumb motherfucker?
Oh, that guy. He's
I enjoy this. I enjoy this. Please keep the conversation coming. Because I'm trying to make sense of it, but I don't know. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I want to know more about what you're talking about. And please let me know what you're on, because I want shit like that. Just because I'm having a child doesn't mean I will not partake in narcotics. All right.
He's mad because his mom and dad put him out in the box in the
James
backyard.
Green. Give me Eyewitness News. I haven't watched the fucking news forever, you jackass. All right. You don't think I watch the fucking news? What are they going to tell me? They're going to tell me to go get vaxxed? What are they going to tell me? Huh? What else are they going to fucking tell me on the news? No one watches the Eyewitness News, you fucking jackass. What are you fit? They're struggling for ratings on Eyewitness News. Isn't that a thing? Isn't that a thing that like all their fucking ratings, like he's got to be 60 years old. He's got to be fucking 60 years old.
He goes, James Green is mad because his mom never bought him a crib.
I mean, Eyewitness News. Who the fuck can you name? I couldn't even name a fucking host of Eyewitness. I used to be able to do that back in the 90s. I feel like I could get you at least Dan Rather or something, but he's done, right? He's retired. I don't even know one. Anderson Cooper. Is he still doing it? Anyway.
Go get another shot and mask up.
Yeah. Eyewitness News. This fucking jackass. Boston College covered for me tonight. Didn't bet it, but Boston College covered. Virginia Tech, can they play their way to the NCAA tournament?
They got a lot of work to do. Obviously, they did it 2 years ago, but they got a lot of work to do.
Nice win there. I did win money here. Wyoming covered 17. This was sweaty as fuck. Wyoming covers the 17.5, I think it was, or 17. San Diego 81, Wyoming 65. This game was very close for a while. Then San Diego State just ripped it open. Fresno State loses to Boise State by 4. You've heard me speak on that one. UNLV loses by 32 at home. They should fire Lon Kruger. I mean, What the fuck is the Kruger's name again? Kevin Kruger. Yes.
This is the worst loss of the college basketball season, honestly, in my opinion.
But hold on, why they should fire him? Like, I understand. Like, you want to give him time, and I have said before, be patient. Come on, you're better than fucking Air Force. You know what I mean? Like, your roster is way better than Air Force. You can't lose like this at home. They were a disappointment last year. They're a disappointment again this year, and they're definitely not making the NCAA tournament unless they win the Mountain West Championship.
Which they could, because it's in Vegas and they play up to their competition.
True.
So
that is true.
Stay tuned. That's what he's got to do to save his job. He's got to win it. I'm with you. They're too talented to not make the tournament in 3 years there.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, they spend. I want to say he's one of the more higher paid Mountain West coaches too.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
He's not Richard Pitino.
Yeah, he doesn't know Vegas. He doesn't know Vegas either, apparently. All right, game balls, fire away. Where are you going?
Oh shit. Game ball. You know what, man? I'll go Houston. First ever Big 12 road win. Get it done at the Super Choker, BYU. I know they're number 4 in the country and they're supposed to win in the general public's eyes, but that's a fucking hell of a win.
Yeah, and that is probably the best win of the day. You know what? I'll give a game ball to the likes of. You're gonna hate this one, Pitt. I thought this was a letdown spot. I thought there was no way they're winning this fucking game. I thought there was no way they're winning this game. To back-to-back road wins. I know it's Georgia Tech, which you should beat if you're Pitt. I feel like, but I put up $100. I felt good about that. And I ate shit. So I know you're disappointed and you're probably rattled that I just gave Pitt a game ball. But your thoughts on your second game ball? Oh yeah, how did I not give it to South Carolina? I should have given it to South Carolina.
South
Carolina.
Yeah.
There we go.
And they deserve it, man. Lamont Paris and those guys, like you said, 3 losses.
I don't get.
It's a good win. You got to be able to acknowledge when you're wrong. I look forward to taking Mizzou on Saturday. Great win the other night. I mean, they fucking kicked Kentucky's ass.
100%.
Pitt though on the other pick. I can't believe you fucking took Pitt over South Carolina.
Dustin Weiss is asking for the Air Force soundbite. You didn't play it.
Oh yeah, that's a motherfucker to find, but I got it here. Give me a second. Aim high, miss small. It's somewhere on this thing.
Ball. That's a game ball tonight.
That needs to be a game ball. I can't believe that wasn't the first thing I thought of.
What the fuck did I do wrong?
Sorry. That was not what I was trying to play.
We're gonna be canceled on YouTube again.
I don't know.
I can't talk to this son of a bitch. I can't talk to that son of a bitch. I really can't. I can't.
I don't know where it is, so I'm just gonna play something else that flies up in the air. Ready?
All
right. There we go. Where the fuck are we at? So, next game ball, dude. Central Michigan. Are you kidding me? Chips are rolling. Thunder Dance, Suns on the roster. They what? They've won. I feel like 4 or 5 is it? 5 or 6. Who the fuck is this Central Michigan team? Who's your final game ball? Shout out to Socrates who gave us $50.
In Socrates game ball final Air Force, probably the biggest cover against the spread. Would they cover by 45 points tonight?
That's definitely going to be the biggest all season. All right.
UNLV, close your eyes special next game.
Who they got next?
We have to pay
San Jose State.
They'll probably lose that too.
What else do we got here? Charlotte, you battle back down 20. The Clits are at home have been a fucking machine.
I know it.
Let's go. Final game ball. All right, folks. Let's get to picking winners tomorrow because the slate is fantastic and there is still no standalone game, which pisses me off. Shout out to Brian Sanchez. Dundee, why are there only 2 colors for Pick Dundee t-shirts? I think there's 2 different options though. You go back out and click on a different one. They have more colors. So
yeah, we screwed up on the display that we wanted. We wanted the purple and gold, obviously, for the ECU colors. So that one's just one option, and then the rest is another. So you can get like 5 other color options in that as well. Check out both of them. You don't need to buy both of them. I'm just saying, check out the options for both.
Yeah. East Tennessee State's laying 10.5 at our golden VMI Keydets.
This is a lock
on ETSU side, right?
Yeah,
it's got to be ETSU, right?
VMI just fucking stormed the court.
I know.
ETSU's lost 5 in a row.
They're gonna
fucking kill VMI.
I'm with you. I'm fucking with you. Johnson City will be rocking when ETSU comes back from going to the Virginia military and dominating.
Yeah.
So
VMI don't care. They beat Citadel. Super Bowl's done.
Lay the 10.5. LSU is heading to Athens. Uga just died. Rest in peace to Uga. Obviously, this is. I don't know how many people. I love dogs. All right, I'm a big fan of dogs. All right.
Uga 10 was the winningest mascot in Georgia football history.
How the fuck do they have all that money, and they can't get this motherfucker to live past 7 years? Get some stem cell shots to fucking Uga already. They need a guy. Come on. Hit me 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE. I can refer you to a fucking person in Bogota. All right.
The Bulldogs, I think we've talked about it on the show before, but the Bulldogs, they're just a flawed little pup, you know?
No, but you could fix that, man. Come on. This is fucking 2024. I'm friends with Jim McMahon. I got one text to Jim McMahon, and he'll let me know his doctor in fucking Bogota. All right. You think I'm fucking around? I'm being dead fucking serious right now. Jim McMahon, friend of mine. I can message you and Jim McMahon, or I'm sorry, I can message Jim and he'll let us know we can get Uga, the next Uga, some stem cell shit. He could live for fucking 40 years. Let's go. We gotta. I mean, tragic magic. We gotta lay the 3.5 for Georgia,
sure.
Right? Yeah,
I think so too. Yeah. LSU on the road to fade spot. Let's go, dog.
They've been hot too.
Yeah.
You know,
this is a real tragic magic situation, man.
Yes, it is.
Circle Jerk said he had a bulldog that lived 13 years. See?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Mike White's really fucking good at home too.
Yeah, that is true.
All over Georgia minus 3.5, but I mean, we gotta get to the bottom of this. I'm enjoying. Oh, show that Noah. Show the Dundeeisms. See that? Look at that. YouTube.com/the college experience. We have Pick Dundee t-shirts out there. We also have Eat Shit Pitch t-shirts. Patty C's fan club, which those ones are just best sellers.
By the way, so the two different shirt options, one has gold font, one has white font. That's your difference right there.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, anyone that works with the University of Georgia, hit me up. Call 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE. I also go 130 fucking miles an hour when I can, and you'll like me, and I can refer you to someone with a little thing about stem cells. Your dogs will live longer. Let's just say that. Providence is heading into Newark to take on Seton Hall. Seton Hall's laying 4.5. I mean, this line reeks, right? I feel like Seton Hall always fucks with them. But why is it only 4.5 with Providence? Obviously, with Bryce Hopkins out, I feel like we should lock Seton Hall. Am I missing something?
I'm going to lock Providence. I think this is a rematch. I thought Providence was right there to win the first match. I think Seton
the first
Hall
match they had Hopkins though.
They did, but also Seton Hall's coming off a triple overtime game. Creighton was slow out of the gates today, coming off the triple overtime game. I think Seton Hall is too. I think Seton Hall's still due for some regression. I think Providence is going to win the rematch here. Everybody's counting them out.
I'll say this. Line. The line reeks. So you're probably right.
Providence going to win the game.
Should be a 7.5 point spread in my opinion.
Friars.
I'm not locking this one fucking bit because I believe Providence sucks, especially on the road. I know they whooped DePaul, but if you look at the other outings, they did lose. They covered. They covered. Yeah, they covered some of those.
Yeah.
but 4.5 is so low. I can't do it. Seton Hall's off a loss.
Also, a good point from Clark too. Providence look ahead by the Georgetown.
I don't think it's a look ahead for them. I don't think it's a look ahead for them. I think it's a look ahead for Ed.
You don't think it's a look ahead for the players
there's
that got
multiple
recruited
players
by
on
Ed?
that. Yeah, there's multiple players on that roster.
I think they need to win.
I'm going to take Seton Hall minus 4.5, but that line does reek to me. That is not a bet from Dundee. Mac locking up the Friars plus 4.5. Radford is heading to Asheville, North Carolina. Radford is catching 5.5.
It's a good game.
Give me Radford plus 5.5. I think Asheville's going to win the game, but I'll take the 5.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm going to take the points with Radford as well, but I'm not going to lock it. Asheville's pretty damn good too.
Samford is at Furman. Holy shit, this game's fantastic. 17-2 Samford on the road. They haven't lost in fucking since like what, November 5th or something, I feel like. They've won 17 straight games heading in. This is a smash spot. Furman is going to beat them tomorrow.
Yes. Lock that up. Double lock.
Lay the 2.5.
Already bet it.
This is the best. This is the best play of the night, I think. I haven't even got to all the games. I think this is the most obvious play of the night.
This Furman's league.
This game's awesome. Tomorrow's slate's fun. High Point is laying 6.5 at Upstate. Fucking High Point, man. How many games have they won in a row?
1 million.
8. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games. 16-4. They're laying 6.5 at Upstate. Lay it.
I think I'm going to take the points. But I'm not going to bet against High Point. They do have Winthrop on deck.
Yeah, maybe that's the one. I don't think it's Upstate. Chattanooga is getting 1.5 at Wofford. This game's fantastic as well. I know you sit there and say, well, you know, Wofford's just 11-8. They win every game at the buzzer, I feel like, in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Chattanooga is a good team too, 12-7. This is a good game. This is a very good game to watch. I still think Chattanooga is a little bit better. I'm taking Chattanooga.
I feel like I feel like Wofford is way overinflated. I think that we're still going off the brand name. I think Chattanooga is much better.
What is the line in Mercer Citadel? Why can't I find that right now?
I'll lay it with Chattanooga. Should we lock Chattanooga, man?
I don't know. I mean, I rode them the other night, but what do they run 2 straight? I'm not doing it because that's anyone's game. I feel like I do feel like they're the better team, but I don't feel that. I don't have that much conviction on them being the better team.
Citadel's minus 1.5 against Mercer.
Oof.
Citadel coming off the law. I kind of think Mercer's better though. Give me Mercer plus 1.5.
The wrong team favored. Mercer's lost 4 in a row too.
Yeah, I think Mercer's better than the Citadel.
I guess Citadel's 0-6. Give me Mercer.
I could be talking to a lock here. Southern Miss is laying 4.5 in Conway, South Carolina against Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, let's do it. Southern Miss.
Southern Miss been a wagon. Been a fucking even during my. Actually, that's why I've been ice cold. Southern Miss hasn't fucking played lately. Southern Miss played on Saturday. I hit all my teams. Chicago State. All my fucking teams have been taking the week off. Dunny's been in the trenches. Talking to fucking people about Eyewitness News. What the fuck is going on here? You watch Eyewitness News? Who the fuck is what? Anyone that's our age. Does anyone still watch Eyewitness News? Shit, we could have a fucking earthquake and or something crazy here. And I don't think I'd turn on Eyewitness News. You just open up Twitter or some shit. Who watches Eyewitness News? Anyway. What do you do? Yeah, I mean, Southern Miss is just gonna fuck them up, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. Lock.
They got that Brett Favre blood money. Let's go. Gardner Webb's catching 5.5 at Longwood. Yeah, I'm taking Gardner Webb. Give me the 5.5. What are you doing here?
Do we think Webb's is better than Longwood?
I do. I know that it's a new stadium. They get kind of lit, but I do think Gardner Webb's a better basketball team than Longwood. On a neutral, I would take Gardner Webb.
Yeah, I like Gardner Webb. Fringe lock.
Yeah, check the picks page. Darlings, hello. They haven't played since Saturday. Also, Lafayette. I did cash on them magically on Saturday. Lafayette's laying 3.5 at Loyola, Maryland.
They're undefeated versus a 1-5.
Dude, I can't do it. I can't do it. They should have lost. They should have lost on Saturday. But I'm still taking them. I'm still taking them.
Oh, they're totally losing this game. They are totally losing this game. Like you said, they've been getting lucky as shit. They're
not a good team, dude.
No, they're not
a good team.
They've lost 12 out of 13. Then all of a sudden they lose 6 in a row. Loyola, Maryland, lock it up. They're winning this game outright. Enough with this Lafayette.
Hey, you were the one that they were a darling for you too. Are you abandoning them?
Yes.
At this point, no.
Yes, this is too far. The target is too big right now.
Moneyline Mag is taking Loyola, Maryland. But just so you know, folks, Loyola, Maryland, 3-16, and I did lock them up against Holy Cross when they went up there and lost by 10. Have fun with your Loyola, Maryland play. Lafayette
was 1-12 2 weeks ago.
But the Patriot League play started, and they said we own this fucking league. Miami, Florida is laying 4.5 at Notre Dame. Okay, I was thinking about this one.
Oh, stay away.
I was thinking we should lock up Miami.
Don't do it.
They're fucking due, dude. They're due.
They're fucking soft, and they suck in these cold fucking cities. They get all fucked up,
dude. They're baiting you. I feel like they're baiting you to take Notre Dame.
I know. I don't want to bet Notre Dame because of the spot. I feel like Shrewsbury might fucking win this game outright. I don't trust fucking Miami at all. They don't play any defense.
I'm taking Miami because I feel like everyone is going to take Notre Dame. Every fucking person's going to take Notre Dame. Miami's getting it done.
I'm sitting it out. Good luck.
I might. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go.
Oh no!
Give me a weekend at Bernie's. Let's go.
Larinaga is ready for retirement. He doesn't care anymore.
Linebacker in. All right. Shout out to the fine establishment in South Bend, the Linebacker Inn. Wants to stand up there. Legend Sports Bar. Fucking $30 beers right outside the stadium. Let's go. Miami. I'm sorry, Notre Dame fans, but I think Miami's going to get you. They're going to get you. UNC Greensboro's at Western Carolina. This game's fantastic. The fucking SoCon giving us fucking heaters.
I know it.
Shout out to Weehawk. I'm on the Cats. I think they bounce back. I'm laying the 2.5. I'm not locking this because this is two good basketball programs. Like Greensboro, I love Greensboro's program over the past like 20, 30 years. I got to watch this game. This game will be watched tomorrow by Dundee. Your thoughts on this one?
It's 2.5 still.
The Cats are laying 2.5.
Yeah. Oh man, they've lost 2 in a row. I'll take the Cats, but I mean, Greensboro's good too, so I'm not betting this.
Bieniek, can you get me the George Washington Colonial and Richmond line?
8.5.
Richmond is laying 8.5.
I think we should lock the Colonials.
I do too. They have Dayton at home on Saturday.
I think we should lock the Colonials.
Oh God.
It's disgusting because I hate this athletic department in this university. The school president should be fucking fired. As far as I'm concerned, all their students could be fired too. Just pussies, but yeah, they're gonna cover. I think they're gonna cover. Richmond's due for a close game here. G-Dub plus the points. Double lock?
Yes, I'll join you. I will join you here.
Let's go. Texas State's getting 7.5 at Troy. Give me Troy minus 7.5. Don't love it though. Troy's always one of the Sun Belt enigmas. I feel like it's very, very hard to break down and understand Troy hoops. At times they can be a bell cow, but I'm laying the 7.5. Feel all right about it.
I'm gonna take the points here. I think it's a tad high.
Navy is at Bucknell. Bucknell's laying 2.5. Get the fuck out of here. Navy is a better coach team.
I think so too.
We should lock Navy.
Yes, I'm with you on this one. Let's go. Let's fucking
Navy plus 2.5. I understand it's after the Army-Navy battle. But get this Bucknell Bison bullshit out of here.
They can't lay points.
Holy Cross is catching 11.5 at AU. Man. You know Holy Cross is red hot right now.
Oh, yeah.
Give me the points. No. Why is it 11.5? We should take American. Why is it 11.5? Makes no fucking sense. Take American.
I mean, Holy Cross is really bad.
They've won 2 straight, I think, right? Am I crazy?
They've won 2 before that. American's coming off a loss to Lehigh. I'll lay it.
It's telling you to lay it. I think we should consider locking it up.
Oh, I'm off this one.
Why would that line be that big?
I think it's perfect. I would have felt like 10. Fucking.
I know I don't understand Las Vegas. But why the fuck would that line be that big? This is like a 5-point game. Give me American minus the points. Murray State's catching 8.5 at Bradley. So this is interesting because Murray's coming off the loss to Indiana State, but Bradley just beats the piss out of every fucking team that enters the Carver Arena.
Yeah.
But I think we should take Murray because I think that number's a little steep, but I'm definitely not locking it because Bradley normally wins by like an average of like 35 points at home. What are you doing here?
The other thing is too, it is a revenge for Bradley. Murray beat them a month ago, but man, I like Murray here. I think
8.5's a big number, man.
Yeah. You know what? How many has Bradley won in a row? They've won every game since December 18th. I think Murray gives them matchup problems. Give me Murray State.
8 in a row. 8 in a row.
Yeah. Lock it up. Murray.
Whew.
Murray on the road.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Braves on the warpath.
1 possession game again.
I'll take Murray. No bet. NC State's heading to Charlottesville, Virginia, where the Wahoos are laying 5. Do you remember what happened the first time they played?
Yeah, this actually might be my favorite play of the night. Virginia's gonna fuck them up.
They're gonna fuck them up. Yeah, NC State won by like 20 the first time. This pussy ass institution going into Charlottesville. Well, you would think that the fact that NC State's a pussy institution, pussy pack, might thrive amongst the pussies in Charlottesville, lighting their little tiki torches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
However, Tony Bennett, he's a fucking ace, and they're 10-0 at home. So let's lay the points.
They did this last year where NC State won the first meeting, and then they returned it to Virginia. Virginia won by double digits. Virginia's going to put it on them here. Let's go.
Brian Sanchez says he'll put $1,000 on American.
Oh, boy. I don't know if I put that much
Brian
on
Sanchez, big fan of Brian Sanchez on the show here. This is a pro Brian Sanchez show. If he ever runs for anything in office, he has my vote. All right. Yeah. Hammer Virginia -5. Let's jump on that. Maryland is at Iowa. Iowa's laying 4.5. Iowa's coming off the Purdue loss. I think we should consider locking the Iowa Hawkeyes here.
I was going to pose Maryland, man. They've lost 2 in a row. They almost won at Northwestern last week.
I like the Northwestern matchup better than Iowa, though.
I like Maryland.
Yeah, and I'm going back to the well on fading Maryland on the road. I know I ate shit last time when they were at Illinois. They even won that game outright, but I'm going back to the well here. Cocktail Napkin likes the Hawkeyes by 8. They're 3-12, and they're straight up in their last 12 road games. And Iowa at Carver is very, very good. Their offense knows, like, when they're at home, Greg Peterson has some random stat where they haven't not put up like 75 points since like 2021. So I think they score enough here to cover. Maryland, they're a one-man band with Jameer Young at point.
I mean, I'm looking at their track record in Iowa City.
They've
They
struggled.
won there. Yeah, they've gotten fucked up there, dude. What they lost by 14 last season. The year before that, lost by 5. Year before that, lost by 18.
I was not.
Win
I mean,
in 1918, I think. Yeah.
To Brian Sanchez's point, I have been saying this on the podcast all year long too. Iowa's not as good as they have been in past years, but this is still a very tough building to win in.
I'm not locking it because I see Mac's point. I think this Iowa team is down.
Yeah.
I think I do on a neutral. I would take Maryland to win this game. It's just something about Iowa City. I'm going to take Iowa minus 4.5. No lock.
It's also currently one of your farthest trips in the Big Ten conference play.
Battle. Give me Maryland. I've been riding Maryland, man. I like this Maryland team. They get better under Kevin Willard. They did it last year. I think they're doing it again. I think they can win the game. I think it comes down to the final possession. Give me the Terps. No. Benedict Dantle.
Money line Mac locking up the Maryland Terps on the road. Noah Bieniek saying Hawkeyes at home. Central Arkansas, red hot Central Arkansas is catching 7.5 at Queens. Wait. Central Arkansas did lose to Austin Peay by 23. Before that, remember they knocked off.
You're hyping them up. You're like red hot.
Yeah.
I go.
Yeah, I was like, wait, who the fuck? I'll take Central Arkansas plus 7.5. Actually,
should we take Queens? I think we should take Queens. They've lost like 7 out of 8. They're good at home.
you love locking Queens. Go ahead, lock that thing.
I don't know if I'm gonna lock Queens. 7.5's a lot with Queens. I do love Queens though. Fringe lock. Check the picks page.
Army's catching 7.5 at BU.
Oh, disrespectful.
Are we really locking the Black Knights?
Oh, we're gonna lock it just like we did Navy. Run it back. Give me the Army Black Knights. Lock it up.
Wait, I need to do a little more of a deep dive on this one.
I already did.
Army won last year.
Yeah,
last time they played.
Army's playing better. They hung in with Colgate last week. They led the majority of the game. They've lost 4 in a row.
This team sucks though. I've watched this team, but
they fucking
7.5 is a big number. Big fucking number. Let's go. Let's go.
Army, baby.
I like the duality of man in chat right now. Brian Sanchez, all caps, yes on Army. Jay Wolf right below it. No.
They fucking should have beat Colgate last week.
I mean, 7.5 in a Patriot League game is like getting 40 in a normal game. That's why I think we should fade. That's why I think we should take Americans, because when they give you a double-digit line in a Patriot League game, that's not Colgate, then you got something on your hands there. JMU's laying 7.5 at Old Dominion.
Oh God, this line reeks.
Well, we got to lock ODU, right?
So is this is the third time they've played?
Yes. Yes. How do you play 3 times in one fucking season? Hilarious. Somehow, they did one non-con game.
Yeah, which makes no sense. I mean, so the other
it
time
was probably scheduled before JMU joined the Sun Belt. That's my guess.
Yeah. So the other times, JMU won 84-69. I think they were up like 30 in that game. That game was at ODU.
Why the fuck is this line 7.5? Why?
I think this is only their second time playing against each other this year.
Oh, wait, no, they play again here in 2 weeks. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. They play again.
Yeah,
on
the third
February
game's
3rd.
coming up February. Yeah.
Oh, well, shit. That kind of hurts my handicap a little bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in and take James Madison. Cocktail napkin spit out a 10.5 here. JMU won by 15 on the road at ODU. That was with Jeff Jones. Now, I don't know what to make of this Old Dominion team, and you guys have been riding them into the dirt lately. So
they beat Marshall by 30 last week.
Covered, and we stepped off against ULM. We stepped off the gas.
The only thing that could talk me off the JMU wagon here, and I would jump off if you advise me to. App State's on deck, and this is a back-to-back road spot. But
I think we actually should lock ODU. The more I look at it,
oh my god, dude!
Why
it's a rivalry? It's a rivalry game. People don't realize this is a fucking rivalry. This is a rivalry. Patty C went to JMU.
Yes.
Ask him his biggest rival. Among them, I would say one of his first two answers would be ODU.
And they already beat them at their place. They're like, oh, we're going to go in there and beat them by 20 again. Like you said, they're thinking about App State. ODU's off an embarrassing loss to Louisiana Monroe. Before that, they were basically covering every game. ODU.
Oh, they weren't. Feeling good about this.
On the money.
They were up by 30 in a lot of those losses.
They're 2-11 in their last 13 games.
I'm cold right now. I need something. I need a zig when you zag. This is it right here. This is it.
The line is telling you, Noah.
Telling me what?
Julio in the chat says battle. Look, cut KUTT.com. I'll battle you.
I don't need cut. I'm gonna lock battle you guys on the show right here, right now.
This is UNLV all over again. ODU by 20.
We got a battle. Dundee, Mac saying king me with the Monarchs. Bieniek saying give me them Dukes. Dukes up. Put your Dukes up. The line is telling you everything.
He's walking into one. He is no idea.
The line is telling you everything. Davidson is heading into St. Louis. Davidson's catching 1.5. I fucking hate this game.
Didn't we talk about this game last year?
St. Louis is winning this.
This
St.
is
Louis
a bad
has more
matchup
athletes
for Davidson.
Yeah, I think we both hammered this, but I think it was more so Dayton, but I think St. Louis as well. I think we should lock up St. Louis.
I think we should too, and I'll sell you right here. St. Louis off a double back-to-back road trip at Dayton and VCU, two of the better teams in the league. Now they're coming back home versus a bunch of staples. I like it. St. Louis, lock it up. Noah?
Yeah, I wasn't even going for the athleticism there. Mac just stole basically my entire handicap. Cocktail napkin likes a -6. I'll take the Billikens here.
Yeah, no. If memory serves me correct, over the past 2 or 3 years, I think this has been a system play for me. Yeah. At Dayton and St. Louis have so much better athletes than Davidson that they're like the two, no matter what, no matter how good Davidson's season is going. I know last year wasn't their greatest season, but I mean, I think 2 or 3 years ago they had a really good season. They still couldn't get past them. I'm with you. St. Louis, triple lock. Is this a triple lock we got here?
Yes, sir.
Travis Ford, what could go wrong? Welcome to the party, pal.
I think history's on our side, though. But
I hope so. Good spot.
So are you thinking against the spread history, Colby? Because straight up it is not. Straight up they're 4-8 in their 12 matchups.
Well, I mean, okay, 12. That was a long time ago. I'm talking about
that
recently.
Was with Bob.
Yeah.
True. I'm looking up the
St. Louis was ass not that long ago. I'm talking look up past since 2020 or 19.
Head to head, Slew's 3-7 ATS in the last 10 games. But we're talking different coach here, different McKillop.
Go to Dayton then. Am I getting them confused with Dayton?
Dayton against Slew or Dayton against Davidson?
Against Davidson.
I feel like
there's one that I just cash every time.
St. Louis has won the last 2.
Yeah,
they won at Davidson last year, and then they swept the season series last year.
That Slew team last year was unbelievable too on paper.
Well, I mean, they're still pretty talented. I feel like he gets one of the more talented rosters in the A10.
That roster was pretty cleaned out this year, in my opinion.
I'm on Slow.
I'm going to stay pat. I'm going to stick with it too because I'm telling you, I still think they're more talented than Davidson. Let's go. Georgia State's getting 3.5 at Marshall.
We should lock this.
Marshall -3.5, right?
Yeah, they're back at home. They're a different team at home in Huntington. I don't think Georgia State's that good, and Marshall has
I feel
lost
pretty
3 in a
damn
row.
good about this one. Pretty damn good about this.
Yeah,
Let's go.
they started 4-0. They lost 3 in a row. They're gonna fucking fuck Georgia State up here.
We also have the Battle of the Rams. Fordham is catching 2.5 in Rhode Island.
This will be fun.
Yeah, that Marshall plays great, by the way. That's a double
Yeah.
lock. I'm on Rhode Island -2.5 against Fordham.
I think I am too. I struggle.
No
with
lock.
this.
No lock.
Yeah.
South Florida's laying 1.5 in Philly at Temple. Smell that stink, buddy.
Yeah.
Courtney loves in Philly. She's saying, I'll give you a Philly special.
He's played a couple weeks ago.
I mean, I'm taking South Florida because they're red hot, but this line reeks. Don't bet this fucking game. Are you betting Temple?
Absolutely. They should have won the first game down in Tampa. Now it's a rematch. They led a majority of the game. Give me Temple, lock it up. They win the game outright. It's a letdown spot for.
You're insane. Temple sucks, dude. I look
They
at
already
their roster.
played them.
They suck though. They're not a good team.
It was a miracle cover for fucking South Florida a couple weeks ago. That fucking Pryor guy.
Noah, do you have the North Alabama Kennesaw line? Need that right now. Winthrop is laying 6.5 at Charleston Southern.
I think we should lock Winthrop.
It's an in-state battle a little bit, right? But Charleston Southern's been so bad lately, right?
They have.
No, they hit for us against Upstate though, didn't they?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you look at Winthrop. They started 4-0. They lost both games last week. Tough games. New week. Nice bounce back here.
From Dundee. What are you doing here?
Fringe lock. Check the picks page.
Noah?
Kennesaw State -6.5 against North Alabama.
That's right. It's the right number.
I'm gonna take North Bama plus the 6.5.
Same.
What are you
I'm not
doing?
betting
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'm with you.
Auburn and Bruce Pearl are heading into Tuscaloosa. The Crimson
They
Tide are
roll.
laying 3.5. Lock.
Roll Tide, roll.
Roll Tide. 3.5. It's too short. All day. This place is gonna be rocking. Iron Bowl in the hardwood. Roll Tide. Double lock. Do we have a triple lock? Bieniek staying away from this one?
You know, I'm willing to come on this one.
Yeah.
Auburn has a paper tiger resume as we speak currently today. Their best win is Texas A&M at home. So on the road here at Alabama, their rival, I'll take the Crimson Tide. I'll lock it up with you.
Triple lock. Roll Tide.
You guys are
Jackson-
crazy in the chat taking fucking Auburn and Alabama. No way. No way.
Yeah, at the Jungle, I'll take
No,
Auburn.
I'll
but
be all over
in
Auburn.
Tuscaloosa. No.
Yeah. Those teams-
Jacksonville. What's
Those
that?
two teams are good. I mean, but you got to take the home team there. Bama fucking makes a shitload of threes in that building.
Jacksonville State's laying 1.5 in Murfreesboro. The stink is in Murfreesboro too right now.
This is the one.
Middle Tennessee, right?
Yeah, lock.
They've lost so many fucking games in a row. Let's go.
This is
Let's
the one.
go.
They're
Let's go.
telling you they are winning
Let's
this
go.
game.
Middle Tennessee.
outright.
I'm with you. Blue Raiders. I know they got injuries, but they're gonna get it done right here. Clark's on the other side of this. Shout out to Clark. The line's telling you, man, this should be like a 7-point. Jacksonville State's been on fire lately.
Stepping into it.
I'm gonna jump in here. I'm gonna lock Jacksonville State.
Oh,
I think the defense is gonna travel here for them. They've played well on the road so far this season, and you got to remember,
a lot of people go to college for 7 years.
they're new to Conference USA. Middle Tennessee without their best player here. They're going into Murfreesboro for the first time. I don't think they're going to be fazed by the home court atmosphere there. Murfreesboro, they've lost the last 3 D1 home games here. Middle Tennessee just kind of seems like it's a lost season. So give me the Gamecocks here. I think they got more to play for.
Luck battle. Clark. Bieniek on Jacksonville State. Dundee. Mac. Riding the Blue Raiders.
I think the lines telling you in the mid-major games are pretty profitable. I feel like because nobody pays attention to these teams other than us, and I like a 6-13 team that has not won a game in 2 months. I mean that they're laying points. Come on.
No, they're catching a point.
Well,
right?
actually, yeah. I'm seeing them laying a point over at another book.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So either way,
it's right there. Yeah.
Middle.
Yeah.
You can say the book. We're not sponsored by anybody right now.
DraftKings.
Oh, we were sponsored by them.
Yeah.
Maybe you come back after you listen to this episode. East Carolina is getting 4 in Wichita. That's funny. That's really funny. It's really funny. Shockers. Cancel your football program, even though you got Bill Parcells as part of your fucking alumni. You fucking disgrace to college sports. You got the fucking Koch brothers as alumni, and they can't even pay for your fucking football program. They could fucking fund a fucking war all the way across the fucking other side of the planet. You cowards. We're gonna set you straight. Talk about a program that keeps a good basketball program, keeps a good football program, keeps a great baseball program. ECU moneyline play.
We believe in the Pirates, in the spirit of ECU. We believe every moment there was nothing that we couldn't do. We set out to defend our name, and now we'll never be the same. Never be the same.
I'm assuming you're coming along, right?
Yeah, I'm on this one with you. Lock it up. I think they're going to win. I think Wichita played their ass off the last couple games. I think ECU's better. I think ECU wins the game outright. They need the game. Let's go.
Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina. You don't come to East Carolina. You don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it.
Pirates, in the spirit of ECU.
Let's fucking go. Valpo's catching 14.5 at Southern Illinois and Carbondale.
This is tempting to lock.
I'm going to lay the 14.5.
That's what I mean. They've lost 3 in a row. Now they give Valpo. This kind of feels like the ultimate get right fuck you spot. I'm gonna lock this. Southern Illinois is gonna win by 30. They are gonna. They're gonna
decent play.
They're gonna kill Valpo.
I might do that. This is actually fuck it. Let's go.
Valpo's won 2 out of 3 too.
Let's go. Let's go. Lay it with the Salukis.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Stone Labanowitz.
Yeah.
The Green Wave are laying 6.5 at UTSA. This UTSA team's feisty. Give me the Roadrunners. Meep plus the 6.5. Mac.
Yeah, Fringe lock on UTSA, man. They've been feisty as a dog, like you said. Tulane's coming off the court storm. This is tempting.
Are we not nervous about the Heartbreak Hotel overtime loss to FAU?
That's true. And Elron Hunter is a great coach.
He is.
Battlefield Earth shit going on here. I'm on the Roadrunners.
I'm
not
on the
betting it though.
Too. Yeah.
Drake is laying 6.5 at Missouri State. Missouri State plus 6.5.
I went back and forth. Drake has Northern Iowa on deck, so I'll take the points.
Indiana State's laying 11.5 at UIC. Lay it.
Yeah, I think the same thing. Illinois, Chicago. What happened to them? Oh, by the way, that is a look ahead for Bradley with Murray too, because Indiana State has Bradley on Saturday.
I like it. Villanova is catching 3.5 at St. John's. Is this in the Garden or is this in Queens?
in the Garden where St. John's doesn't play well.
I'm still taking St. John's. They've got fucked over by the refs. They're the best team in the Big East. They're better than every team in the Big East. You heard me here. All right. This fucking UConn Tristan Newton bullshit out of here. All right. They're better than Marquette. They beat Marquette. They beat Creighton. The refs robbed them. St. John's -3.5. Let's roll. Get some fucking calls, Rick. Use your fucking star power. You've been fucked.
You want to lock battle here?
Yes.
He doesn't nag on the refs, Colby. He won't get the calls because he doesn't nag on the refs.
Clearly,
Villanova.
you know what happened is that Louisville shit. The refs are just like, you know what, man? Those refs are some straight. They're like, I hate prostitutes. You know what I mean? Like we're not giving him anything because he's been fucked twice out of 3 games.
They don't get. They suck in the Garden.
His last 2 games because he missed the game, dude. They were better than fucking Marquette the other day. The Garden, get your bullshit out of here. They were the best. Well, Marquette led the 15-0 run. That was the only fucking time. Look at who was in the lead the longest amount of the game. It was by far St. John's.
Well,
Villanova. This is a revenge game from a couple weeks ago.
Cold, but they're counting down 7-6-5.
Lock battle. Slick Rick all day. Let's go. Hey, refs, get your shit together. That's Rick Pitino. He's a fucking legend. All right, get this Kyle Neptune shit out of here.
So when St. John drops this one, they'll be 4-5 in the Big East play. Here we go. Let's go Wildcats.
So what are the rankings though right now?
They're 4-4. So they're
no. What's the pecking order? What's the rankings off the top of your head, or if you have it right there?
I've got it here. It's UConn, Seton Hall, Creighton, Marquette, Villanova. Exactly had Noah had it predicted. The same top 5. Then we have Xavier, then St. John's, Butler, Providence, Georgetown.
But you do know St. John's has been robbed 2 wins. Can we add that to it?
No, that doesn't count.
Yeah,
never been able to do that.
I never want to hear about. Like he deserves.
We're never not going to hear about this. So even when he loses
he deserves.
He's going to say there were 2 added wins that should be here.
No, because like Mac will bring up Coach K calls or Bill Self calls. Pitino is a better legend than fucking Bill Self. He deserves more calls than Bill Self. If they're going to give these calls away to other coaches, it's a crock of shit. He's going to get it. They owe him 2 wins.
He'll get in the postseason tournament.
Well, it doesn't matter where. They owe him 2 wins. And I'm
Villanova outright. Let's go Wildcats.
Chad G. I wish I knew the lock battle record because I want to know. I want to know if I've given up that early season lead I had on both these guys. I started off like 9-0, but I've been like picking like shit lately. So I might have given that lead up, but I want to know. I would like to know what that is. We didn't keep track.
That's true. Keep track of how many times Pitino's getting fucked over here. He's coming back.
You're already doing it for me. Why? Chad G goes, well, what are we paying for you for, Noah?
And rest in peace to the great MF Doom. Big fan. Big fucking fan. You know what? Tonight, let's do it. Let's do something tonight for that. Mississippi State's catching 3.5 at Florida. Noah, keep your ass here, you fucking Florida Gator fan. What are you doing here?
What did you take Florida here?
I like the Bulldogs here, actually.
What?
Yeah, I like. I think Chris Jan's defense is going to travel. Florida also off the road win. That was their first road win of the season. I just think it's a nice spot for Mississippi State to actually win in the Swamp. And I'm not going to say that very often, but I just think that the
line is a little short. I kind of thought it'd be Florida -5, but I'm on the Gators actually.
I'm on the Gators. I'm locking Florida. I'm betting Florida. They're good at home.
Yeah, my only thing is like Mississippi State's defense is going to travel. They're the 4th best 3-point defense, and the Gators live off the 3.
They go through these fucking droughts though on the road. I can't take Mississippi State on the road. It's like fucking Iowa State. Give me Florida.
Also, the Bulldogs are a good rebounding team, and that's Florida's calling card. They attack the offensive glass, and if you're going to be able to compete with them on the glass, it's a little nerving for me.
I mean, you're the Florida fan, buddy.
You locking Florida too?
He just dips out. No,
I picked Mississippi State on the pick me.
Yeah,
I'm locking Florida, man. I fade Mississippi State on the road.
No, I agree. They're kind of like Iowa State, but Iowa State did beat TCU every once in a while. I feel like they get up and get somebody. I don't love it because the line should be like 5.5, right?
Maybe. I mean, on a neutral, I would say they're a pick. So I guess 3's right.
I wasn't even going to pull up historical trends because Chris Jans is new coach at Mississippi State, but Mississippi State has won 2 of the last 3, according to TVDBJ in the chat at Gainesville. So
I'll take Florida.
Didn't Florida win last year, though? The only time between Golden and Jans?
Did they? I don't even know.
Yeah, I think Florida won.
Yeah. Illinois is laying 3.5 at Northwestern. Little rivalry game going on. Give me Northwestern plus 3.5. What are you doing here?
I think we should lock this, man. And I think they're going to win the game outright. This is the first Terrence Shannon road game. And remember with Brandon Miller last year, how much that fucked the Alabama team on the road. Also, Illinois fucking undressed Northwestern a couple weeks ago in Champaign.
Yeah.
Now it's a payback. Northwestern, those private school pussies are good at home.
That new building, Welsh Ryan Arena. It's an actual home court advantage that nobody takes account of.
Do we have a triple lock here?
Yeah, I'm jumping in. Max persuading me here. So I like this one.
Illinois is going to be fade on the road, man, with Terrence Shannon. That's going to be hard places to play at.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I looked it up.
Triple lock on the Wildcats. Let's go.
Also, I looked it up. Mississippi State did not play at Exact Tech Arena last year. Florida won at in Starkville, but then lost in the SEC tournament when it mattered. So
Marquette's laying 18 at RuPaul. RuPaul, we should lock RuPaul, right?
I think so too, man, because the interim coach, a 1-game bump. I mean, maybe a Super Bowl spot here, and they lose by 10. They give a hell of an effort. Marquette ain't going to get up for this game.
That's what I'm saying. Let's lock RuPaul.
Yeah, RuPaul. All day.
Lock. 18 fucking points. Get it. Get out of here. Let's go.
No Stubblefield.
I'm coming in on this one too. You guys are coming in on me again here as well.
We got a fucking Chicago parlay.
Yeah.
Fucking Northwestern. Fucking
RuPaul. The RuPaul Blue Balls plus 8.5. 18. Not 18.5. I'm fucking delusional. 18. What am I talking about? 8.5. 18 points. Flat 18. Kansas State's catching 8.5 in Ames. Farmageddon right here. We got Farmageddon on the hardwood. I will take Iowa State minus 8.5. Even though I hate when Iowa State's laying a gigantic number, but if it's in Ames is crazy. I'll lay the 8.5. What are you doing here, Mac?
What if I told you they got Kansas on Saturday?
Ooh, maybe I'll jump on K-State.
And they're off the road game.
Give me K-State plus 8.5 then. Iowa State wins by 4.
K-State, this is a 1-possession game. Lock up K-State.
Whew. I don't know about the lock there. Playing with fire in Ames. No lock for me, but Mac locking it up.
Always a 1-possession game between these two.
Arkansas is heading into Ole Miss. Ole Miss is laying 5.5 or 6.
Is this not the exact same handicap as Iowa State and fucking K-State? Is this not just athlete versus athlete? Comes down to the wire. Probably Ole Miss wins the game. But
Arkansas does host Kentucky on Saturday.
Yeah. Ole Miss did just get embarrassed twice on the road.
Give me Ole Miss minus 5.5.
I'm on Arkansas. I may end up betting Arkansas just because I think this game is a shit show. Comes down to the wire. I'm going to take the points here.
Utah is catching 1.5 in Pullman.
Oof.
Are they telling you something?
Wazoo. We should lock it, right?
I think they're telling us that, right?
Final time in Wazoo. Pullman's been hard to play at.
Cougs. Lock up the Cougs -1.5 in Pullman. Let's go. The Rams of Colorado State are heading into Reno to take on Steve Alford's Wolfpack, who have lost 3 straight games. What could go wrong? Colorado State +3.5. I do see a 4 out there too. So jump on the 4. Money line play at +130. I'm seeing. Mac, I'm assuming you're with me on the Rams.
No, I'm on the pack. I'm locking the pack here.
Oh, really?
This is the get right spot. This is the Alford get up spot. He gets them right, and then we'll have another letdown. Nevada, let's go.
We're doing battle. How does Alford fuck this up? How does he fuck this up? He continues to lose. Let's go. Colorado State +4. There's the 3.5 for you out there. New Mexico's laying 9 in San Jose. I actually think San Jose covers this. Maybe even wins it. If you're looking for a big time money line play, give me San Jose +9.
I was going to ask you if you want to go in on this as a lock because you're looking at it. They got Nevada on deck. They're off 3 straight wins where they've blown teams out. San Diego State, Utah State, San Jose, and Tim Miles, baby. Let's go.
Let's do it. 9's too much, man. 9's too much.
This is Boise all over again tonight.
Yeah. Why don't you bring that shit up? Colorado's in Seattle. Colorado's laying 3.5 against Washington.
Oh,
give me Washington. Colorado on the road. Tad Boyle. It's Tad Boyle, man.
I'm with you. I'm not bet. I am not betting this game. I can tell you. Give me Colorado. But they've let us down too many times on the road, man.
All right, top play of the night. Noah, show yourself. I know he hates this.
Did we pick the Florida Atlantic game?
Oh, we might not have actually. Florida Atlantic's at Rice. Florida Atlantic's laying 12.5.
Rice money line. Let's go.
We have to bet Rice. We have to bet Rice.
Rice is going to be up 15.5, and if FAU comes back,
let's
wins by
Rice.
7.
Let's
then the
bet
same
Rice.
game over and over again.
Lock it up. Give me Rice. It is. It is ironic that the team I hate I did skip.
Yeah.
But by me betting Rice, Mac, you're fucked.
Yes,
Noah, what are you doing here?
I believe on the picks page I did take Rice. North Texas on deck for FAU, an old Conference USA foe. I took Rice. I just think it's too many points with the way the Florida Atlantic's been playing lately.
Yeah. Best play of the night is a good question.
Great question.
I know Virginia spoke to me early.
Yeah.
But I would be honest, I think East Tennessee State feels pretty
game of the day?
Feels pretty fucking good.
Oh no.
I just think VMI just stormed the court.
Yeah.
I think ETSU puts it on them. Those would be my top 2 choices, I think. But I do like that San Jose 9 with 9 points. But no, I'm gonna say
you guys picked the Drake Missouri State game, correct?
Yeah, I took Missouri State.
Yeah, Chad's asking for that one for some reason.
George Washington's a decent angle too. I think G-Dub with that many points is off. I will say East Tennessee State at VMI though. Mac?
Furman. I like Furman a lot.
Ooh, that is a great one.
Yeah.
That is a fucking great one.
I love the Virginia one with you too. So I like Furman as my best one.
We should do that as a parlay. East Tennessee State, Furman, and Virginia.
What about Bama?
I like Bama a lot too.
Yeah.
But I've been ice cold. But you know what? We have to parlay it. I need to make up for losing 3 straight nights.
I was gonna say my favorite 2 are Bama and Furman.
Bama, Furman, East Tennessee State, Virginia parlay.
Yep. Noah?
You won't see that on Eyewitness News. No, what are you doing here?
My favorite 2 bets of the night are in the city of Chicago. I like Northwestern.
Ooh, yeah.
And RuPaul
plus 3.5.
Oh, no.
I like Northwestern plus 3.5 against Illinois, and then DePaul plus 18 against Marquette. DePaul with the interim head coach bump. Yeah, RuPaul, same shit. They got the interim head coach bump, and Marquette, they have their revenge game against Seton Hall next.
Shout out to Cannabis Capper. I say we should do a 17 parlay here, but
then that would actually
we don't say that much on this show.
Yeah, then we would actually give the morons in the chat something to complain about if the 7th leg loses.
I don't give a fuck. Look, East Tennessee State. Hear me out here. East Tennessee State, Furman.
Here we go.
Write this down. East Tennessee State, Furman, Virginia. Do we want to get in on George Washington? No.
I don't. The last thing I want to do is be screwed out by GW losing by 9.
I don't really love GW either.
I do like GW a lot, but I mean they're on the road.
All right. Well,
I took Richmond on the picks page.
Wow. Okay. Well, Bama. So we have 4 there, right? There's 4.
Correct.
You want to add both Chicago teams into this parlay? The RuPaul one is a crazy play, though. They could lose by 40.
I love Northwestern. I'm with Noah. I love Northwestern.
No, I there's a okay. Northwestern is the 5th leg.
Yeah, I agree. DePaul shouldn't cost this 7 leg either.
I think the 6th leg.
I think let's not add a squeaky wheel, Colby.
Oh, you're being a pussy, dude. Goddamn thunder snow. All right, look.
We're making these all spreads or just money line?
Southern Miss
spreads. Southern Miss 7, or no 6. Southern Miss would be 6. 7.
Yeah. Just stick to a 6-pack.
6-legger.
7. Old Dominion money line.
No. I locked up James Madison. No, I'm not doing
that's your problem.
All right. 7. Let's go for unity sake here.
Unity.
How about how do we feel about Washington State?
I like Wazoo.
I took Utah. You want to put the dead mascot tragic magic game in here?
See, but LSU is talented enough to win that game. What about San Jose getting 9, Noah?
No, I don't want to lose to New Mexico either. I don't add a squeaky wheel. Just keep it with 6.
No, we said we give 7. We give fucking 7. All right.
Lord.
Chat. Army?
Throw
Army
out,
plus
throw
the
out
points.
a play.
To Paul.
I mean, yeah, chat. Right now, the next entry into the chat.
Lobo's gonna fuck him up the more I think about it.
ECU.
East Carolina. Attaboy, Kevin. Attaboy.
Shocker that ended up getting in there.
Folks, we are
that was a no-brainer.
We are the college basketball experience. Give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77 _ Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Moneyline _ Mac. Yeah. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The college basketball experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Appreciate you rocking with us. We've been losing, but still, we're fucking winning at life. All right, get this shit out of here. Tomorrow, look, it's easy to see a fucking tide turn. Appreciate you rocking with us. All right, we'll be back tomorrow night. Yeah, shit happens. Let's go. We're bouncing back. Until next time, folks. This is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
No cream, no sugar, mocha only. Choke the microphone the way he loca
can choke a phony, won't he? Told them play your station like a broken Sony. Tenderoni phone, she lonely, come and stroke the pony. That good loving deserves a encore and a Tony. Brats in the hood bugging, they want more raw baloney. Chachi need to watch his bony, skinny Joni. Villain fitting and fatten her up with minestrone. Been grown, chrome Molly skin tone. While he rock the end zone, tap your toe or chin bone. The choice is yours alone. He came for the throne and to get the game sewn. Dual name known as the Don for sure true. And he won't show his face or sponsor your group. He sneak up and throw you for a loop. She peeked up, speak up if you want some more soup.
New shoes again, who do's cruise again, who's too smooth, who's flues want snooze with him. No surprise, no new news to him, here's a light bulb, now how many of you screw this in? I do better when it's less team effort, with an old blue sweater, I'm a less clean dresser. Full circle, back to the drawing board, mic by the mirror, I'm the best I ever saw record. Moping doom, get it sewn like an open wound, two scientists up in the lab will make it go kaboom. They said don't mix those two properties together, probably end up with some empty eye sockets or whatever. I'm only here to hunt pleasure like some treasure. Never from a whack pack of bitches like the Heathers. After this, you better owe them for some loot. You freaks, what the fuck would make me want some more soup?